guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good. In today's episode of Prepare with Nikita Tanwani, I'm going to be helping you guys and addressing the question finally of how do you learn to walk in really high heels. I've been getting this question so often on my AMAs and even in the comment section below, and I learned it's high time that I tell you, because learning how to walk in high heels, especially for your pageant, is going to take time and a lot of practice. So my advice to you would be, as soon as you see this video, start practicing. It's never too early to start practicing. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 tips with you to help you get started. Even if you're a beginner, or if you're not a beginner and if you're not new to heels, I'm sure that these tips will definitely help you. The first and foremost tip is, if you are a beginner and if you've never walked in heels comfortably before, if you feel like Bambi as soon as you're on heels, then my advice to you would be, when you start learning and walking in heels, always start with wedges first. Now, what happens with wedges is, because there's not a pointy heel and it's just going to give your foot that shape that it needs to get accustomed to when you start walking in heels, and because the flat surface, the bottom surface is flat, it's not going to make you wobble, and you're not going to roll over or hurt your ankle. God forbid, none of that is gonna happen. So wedges is the easiest heel that you should start practicing with. Once you're comfortable with wedges, then you should move on to block heels. Now what happens in block heels is, you've removed some of the bottom surface, and this is your step right before you move on to stilettos. So once you're gotten comfortable and you're able to walk properly in block heels, then you move on to stilettos. Now for pageants, the heels that are recommended and used are stilettos, but there's a slightly there is a cheat trick that goes on with pageant heels. And if you've noticed, all pageant heels have a platform at the front. Now the heel height may be 6 inches, but there's like a 1.5 or 2 inch platform at the front. And so what happens is, essentially the heel height for your foot becomes just 4 inches. So I'm sure that makes it a bit less intimidating. And what this platform at the front does is, because your foot is not inclined all the way to the floor, it also makes walking in these heels very comfortable and easy, provided you're already comfortable with wedges and block heels. Now here I'm going to tell you a few suggestions of where you can buy your pageant heels from, because I'm sure I'll be getting that question. And so Chinese Laundry is a very good brand of footwear and heels, and a lot of contestants both at national as well as international pageants will buy Chinese Laundry heels. You can look it up. These are not available in India, but I have ordered a pair of Chinese Laundry heels for myself from Amazon.com, and so the global store does deliver to India. These are high on the price point, I'll be very honest about that. But if you're willing to invest that kind of money in heels, because it is a long-term investment, these heels will last you years, and so it's not very unreasonable, but it is still expensive. So the Chinese Laundry heels were about 9,000 on Amazon.com, and another reason they are so expensive when you order them to India is because I think around 3,000 is just the import fees that is levied. So that's a suggestion. It's entirely up to you if you want to buy it or not. Another much cheaper, much more reasonable and equally comfortable, looks the same option for pageant heels is the Himali Doshi label. I will be tagging their Instagram page in the description box below. That is where I have at least 2 to 3 pairs of my pageant heels from. So my nude heels and my silver heels are from Himali Doshi, and my black stilettos are from Chinese Laundry. If I knew about Himali Doshi earlier, I would have not bought the black ones either, because I'm a budget friendly girl, you all know that. Now if you don't find what you need at Himali Doshi, although she is the expert when it comes to pageant heels in India in my opinion, Another suggestion for footwear or just different kinds of heels in general is an Instagram page. Their name is Truffle Collection. Again, it will be linked in the description box below, and you can also check that out. I've seen a lot of pageant contestants and models that I meet at fashion weeks have told me that they buy their footwear from Truffle Collection. I am yet to try their products because of the lockdown. I was supposed to order, but then you know the delay. Anyway, so in this point I've covered how you should move from wedges to block heels to stilettos, and also you have suggestions on where to buy your footwear from. Another thing that I want to mention here is, while we do use stilettos with platform at the front for pageants, but when it comes to fashion shows, ramp walk, runway, all of that, then platform at the front of the heel is not appreciated at all. Every designer, choreographer is going to tell you to change your heels preferably when you're walking for a fashion week. And so for that reason, Truffle Collection comes into picture. I think they have amazing heels, and so you'll be wearing say 4 or 5 inches of heels without a platform. Again, because you would have practiced in different kinds of heels for so long, it eventually becomes easier to walk in stilettos without a platform as well. The second tip that I want to share with you guys when it comes to heels is the way you walk. Now, what happens is, when you're walking with heels, it's a very basic rule to remember. You walk heel first and then toe. It's not a very significant and noticeable movement, but I've covered this in my how to ace your ramp walk video already. I'm going to link that video over here somewhere, and please go watch it, because in that I've covered what your posture should be, how your legs should work, how you should be walking. A lot of in detail advice and tips are given in that video. But what you have to remember for the basics when you start walking is that you always walk heel first and then your toe reaches the floor and touches the floor. If you walk with your toe first, you're just gonna look wobbly and probably fall on your face. So don't do that. Now, this heel to toe rule works when you're walking on a flat surface, but when you're climbing stairs, going up or going down, the rule changes a bit. So what you have to remember while going upstairs is that you will always place your toe first on the stair, because if you place your heel first, or you just try to place your heel on the stair and you miss a stair because the stairs could be narrow or wide, you don't know, so you might fall. So don't ever do that. Always go tippy toe first when you're going upstairs, and always try to hold the railing when you're in really high heels, no matter how comfortable you are. You don't want to be taking any chances and hurt your foot or your ankle or anything. Now, if you're going downstairs, in this case you wouldn't put all the weight and shift your body weight onto your toe, because you're going downstairs and it may cause you to fall over. Again, make sure you're holding a railing, but when you're going downstairs, keep your foot flat on the stair. That is, both the toe and the heel should go on the stair, that is the surface, together. Don't try to shift the body weight to either the heel or the toe. My third tip to anybody who wants to practice and learn how to walk in heels and get better at it is, first of all, you should make your legs stronger, especially your calf muscles and your foot, because your foot has to constantly be in an inclined position, and so the top part of your foot, the muscles over here, really need to be strong so that they can take your body weight throughout the day. Now, how do you do that? So there are a lot of exercises for this, but especially make sure that you do a lot of calf raises and any exercise that makes you go tippy toe like a ballerina. Now, I will link a video in the description box below which includes a lot of the exercises that you should be doing, so just check that out if you're interested. But other than that, if you're just going to the gym regularly or working out, make sure to do a lot of calf raises and tippy toe exercises. Even if you're just walking around in your house like for 10 minutes a day, just try to do everything on your tippy toes, and that is going to ensure that eventually your calves and your feet are going to become much stronger. And when your muscles are strong enough to be able to hold your body weight and be in that position for elongated periods of time, the overall experience of walking in heels is going to become much easier for you. The fourth tip on my list to help anybody who's learning and practicing heels to strengthen your legs and your calf muscles is to use ankle weights. Now I have a set of 2 ankle weights over here. It's from the brand Kobo. It's a very reasonable and decent brand for any gym accessories. Even my gym gloves are from Kobo. And now what happens is you take these ankle weights. Now these are half kg ankle weights, but I wouldn't recommend going for such heavy ones. You can always go for the 0.25 kg ones. I will link them in the description box below. And how you wear them is this strap, excuse the noise. Alright, so this strap opens up with a velcro strip and you tie this around your ankle while you're walking in heels. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, when we were in Cocoberry, we did this almost every other day. And with 1.25 kg weights, it's not even that heavy, but because you got used to doing the walk with ankle weights, now imagine when you remove the weights, your legs have become so strong that the experience of walking without weights is just easy. So actually what you did is you made your actual job much easier because you learned how to walk with weights. It's a very useful thing to do. I mean, if you're practicing at home, just get these ankle weights. They will not only help you get better with walking in heels, but you can also use them in other exercises during leg workouts and booty workouts. I use these all the time, and that's why I ordered 0.5 kg ones. So say when I'm using, I'm doing booty lifts or I'm doing donkey kicks, so I attach these to my ankles, and then I do that because you kind of increase the weight and then your muscles become stronger. You get the point. And my last and final tip is practice, practice and practice. Practice makes perfect. It's not just a saying, it actually happens. And so trust me, I practiced for months, like around 6 months before the actual pageant, and constantly, even before shows, I make sure I'm practicing. Like right now, I may not be walking in heels every other day, especially 5-inch or 6-inch heels. But when you know that your pageant is approaching, when your fashion show is approaching, I always start practicing because it's nice to get your legs and feet conditioned to that feeling again. Because even if I don't wear heels for a month, if I directly go for a pageant now or a show, my feet are going to hurt really bad because they're not used to this. So it's always nice to keep practicing, and you can just do this, like just wear your heels while you're in the house, while you're cooking, in the kitchen, getting ready. What I try to do is sometimes while I'm getting ready and doing my makeup and hair, I'll put on my heels beforehand, so that even that slight movement that I'm doing here and there, I'm still wearing my heels, and somehow your feet and legs gradually get used to the feeling, the pain, whatever you want to call it, but it's going to make your job easier when you have to look effortless in heels. And so all the struggle and the pain, do it beforehand so that when you're on stage, it doesn't look like you're struggling at all. And that is a wrap for this video. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have any other questions about heels specifically, do leave them in the comment section below. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. And also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram so that you know what other content is coming up soon, and you can also see me going live in a few weeks. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye bye.